First, I mean, what an unbelievable job Rick's doing here. It's unbelievable what he's done in his tenure here. And he's got this, I mean, it's the #1 defensive team in the country, and they play hard, and they're disruptive of everything. And it was an incredible environment. Like, the gym was packed and jumping. And so, we talked to the guys before the game about there's no place in the world that we would rather be. We just remind ourselves there's no place in the world we'd rather be than together right here, right now. And so I'm proud of them. It was an unbelievable game, really competitive, and big punches on both sides, and we're fortunate to come away with a victory.
Mark, what just kind of allowed Kobe to get going tonight? How big is it that finally kind of broke through after a couple days of tough stretch?
Man, he makes hard shots, doesn't he? Ooh. It's interesting with these really special, gifted shooters. Someone asked me, I can't remember. It was yesterday, maybe, at something. Yeah, it was. It was a pregame media deal, and someone asked me about Kobe, that he hadn't made a ton of shots in the last few games. If that was something that, like, we hadn't spent 0 seconds thinking about it. It's great shooters, and great shooters shoot and make shots, and he's I think he's arguably the best shooter in all of basketball in a lot of different aspects. And my gosh, he made hard shots tonight. Woo. I mean, he's 3 for 3, and they were like 10.7s. Like, they were unbelievable. And I thought he really gave us some life on the defensive end. And I thought he was really, really, my favorite play from Kobe tonight was they kind of got to a roast in the post. Actually, I think it was a back. I can't remember if it ended up being an ISO or a roast. And he was really physical, got his hands on the ball and went up to block it and got called for a foul, and it was a foul. And then seeing his emotional release after that play, when you're watching the game, you're trying to see if the energy in the gym's right. And man, he was really special, making heroic shots, but also with the energy that he brought to the game, I thought was contagious.
Mark, what did you think of the, collective point guard play from your guys tonight, and especially Jackson?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Amari and BG.
Amari and BG, which are you good,
Well, let me start with Amari, okay? Amari Williams is like a one of one. I'm asking him to do an impossible job right now. Come into this gym, sold out. Like, what are they ranked? 5? Something? I don't know. Top 10 team. The #1 defense in the country. No point guard to be found on our roster. And I'm like, Amari, it's up to you. And then BG, you got to be his wingman, and you got to control the whole game. And like, Amari brought the ball up against the press probably more than anybody else on our team. Like, I'm telling you, this kid is special, man. And it's his birthday today, and we on purpose didn't sing to him. I was saving it till after the game. I was like, please let us win, because if we have to sing happy birthday after a loss, it's going to be really sour and sad. But it was a joyful locker room getting to see him. He's incredible. Like, I'm telling you, he's special. You look at his numbers tonight. He's 15 rebounds in this game, 4 assists, only 3 turnovers, 3 for 5 from the field. Only 2 fouls. Like, with the response, I don't think there's not a center in the country that's had to carry a load like he had, the way he had to carry it tonight. It was incredible. And Jax is a freaking gamer, man. Like, he just is really special, and he was great. And TP is getting better and better. And I thought Colin Chandler's minutes in the backcourt were massively important for us tonight. And it was contribution from everybody, which we knew we'd have to have.
Coach, you talked about earlier in the year, you said Trent, Travis, Colin, their time was coming. I don't know if you expected it to be right now with all these injuries, but can you talk about those minutes Trent gave?
Yeah.
3, and then
Yeah.
Colin, what he did defensively?
Yeah, Trent is. I'm telling you, we dearly miss Andrew Carr, and one of the best things is that we got through the night without him having a setback. It was probably too early maybe too early. Like, I'm glad we get a couple more days before, where he hasn't really practiced, where he can actually be on the practice floor. But in his stead, man, Ansley and Trent Noah, what? Like, these guys have been unbelievable. You guys know I love talking about Ansley Almanor. Win us games. Dude's 4 for 7 from the 3-point line tonight, guys. Like, come on. And Trent has been great in back-to-back games right now. And you tell me Trent's not afraid of the moment. He just out of nowhere says, like, I'm going to launch this 30-footer, and we'll just see what happens. And so those guys have been great.
Mark,
You just mentioned you love Colin Ainsley. I'm going to ask you to talk about him more. He had 3 assists tonight.
Yeah.
He's had since
Yeah.
he's here. What did you like about having him there?
I mean, you think about Ansley. I mean, like, it's Ansley Almanor that makes the team special. Everybody kind of has the headline guy, and very few teams have the guy that's really, really, really good, that's going to win you games, that is like, I'm going to do whatever the team needs, especially a fifth-year senior that's like, I'll do whatever the team needs, man. Like, if you play me tonight, great. Then I'm going to go play great. And if you don't play me, I'm going to just love these guys. And, it's and I'm telling you, those are the guys that go on to do insanely amazing things in life. He's really special.
Mark, 50% from the 50% from
Yeah.
the 3-point line speaks for itself tonight. But it felt like in that final stretch for Tennessee where they couldn't hit a 3-pointer. What did you see out of your guys to hunker down in those moments?
Well, one, we had some guys shooting that we kind of wanted shooting, and not guys that aren't capable, but when you're just, the law of, you're just trying to go with a space where it's to be most effective, and they missed some for us. I mean, they had like 62 threes in the last 17 seconds of the game, it felt like, because we couldn't grab a rebound. And so, we were fortunate that some of those didn't go in for sure. And we also had some guys shooting it that we would have leaned into rather having them shoot it rather than some other guys, and some guys taking some tough shots. And so it was a little bit of both. You have to have some good fortune in this game for sure.
No Lamont, no Andrew playing at Tennessee. Where does this rank for you in terms of just pure grit of the team?
I'm gonna tell you. So we always say a team prayer before we come out to play, and Coach Brooks, Alvin Brooks, gave the prayer, and he talked about in his prayer he prayed that we could have confidence, but even more importantly that we could have Godfidence. I'd never heard Godfidence before, but I love it because that's just, there's a little bit of this team for me, and we're a pretty faithful team. There's a little bit of us that is, we're kind of in some ways performing for an audience of one the best we can. And we're trying to take all the other noise and just kind of set it aside a little bit. And so when you see a game like this where for us, this Godfidence was a real factor in this, it ranks pretty high. It's pretty special. And I told the guys before the game, like I said, there's no place I would have rather been tonight, and it was easy to double down on that after the game. So we're really blessed. This is a team that we believed from the first few months. We believed that we would have resilience. That's what we thought. We were like, we will have resilience because these guys are loving each other enough that, like, we're a really good team. It's also challenging, right? I mean, but we do feel like we can withstand punches, like we can withstand rough stretches, that we could get better from them. And we were really fortunate tonight and really blessed, and it was a good night for us.
Mark, with Lamont, is his injury right now something that you hope will heal better as he gets a little rest, or is that something that you have any idea of?
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple factors in it. Some's gonna, get better, and the other we'll see. And so, I'm an eternal optimist. So every media timeout, I was checking with Brandon Wells to see if he was ready to go yet. He never gave me the thumbs up. But Lamont is the heart and soul of this team, as you know. And so we will, if and when we get him back, we're going to be elated. We certainly need him, and in the meantime, guys are going to step up and compete and fight.
Coach Vandy, Trent hadn't played a minute since
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. What made you go with him?
Well, I mean, there's a real part of not having Drew, right? That's a lot of minutes gone. But I've had, I keep saying this publicly, and of course nobody believes me because I'm not putting him in the game. But I have so much confidence in him. He's a good player. He's a really good player, and he does not fear the moment. Like, you have a young man that plays as hard as he plays. He's like a sponge in practice. Like, you see it every day in practice. He soaks in every detail. Like, he's so far advanced in understanding us and how we try and do this. For a freshman, it's pretty remarkable. To little nuances of guarding defensively, to understanding kind of what we're looking for, in transition on the offensive side of the ball. He's a really good player. We're really fortunate to have some really good players that haven't played a ton that we need right now, and they're showing up. It's awesome. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great one.